words said in the aftermath are just too confusing. Now I spend my days watching you throw stones at someone who's already dead. And if this is the way we all begin, then how can I ask for any more? And if you've already wasted all these years, what do you need me for? What do you need?
All right, hi, I'm Jordan. I'm in Withering Lows. We are in the experimental, the X, over at Rarig Center. We have a show Tuesday night, Friday night, and Sunday afternoon.
Yeah, so I actually helped my roommate Sophia White write a one-woman show called White Noises. It's happening at Open Eye. I actually am not liable to tell you much about the show besides come see it.
Sure. Ryan Klima is producing Pingprov, which is showcasing improv groups from all over the Twin Cities. 3 different groups every single show that they have. And so you get to see a really great improv set from 3 different groups every time. And then you can watch them do an insane improv form that does involve hundreds of ping pong balls and is technically improv mixed with beer pong.
Hello. My show is called Breach. It is a psychological, epic horror thriller on a boat, crab fishing. We got garbage. What more can you want? Oh, it's at Theater in the Round. It's at Theater in the Round. Our next performance is Wednesday at 5:30, Friday at 10 p.m., and then Sunday at 7. Get your tickets while you can.
Yeah, so Cabin Fever is an improvised hour-long season finale of a reality dating show that is all women. So it's all sapphics in the Northwoods of Minnesota. And the structure of the show is mostly the same, and the characters are the same, but every night all the scenes are different. And a different person gets chosen at the end.
My name is Cher UF, and I am fortunate enough to be in Grief. It's What's for Dinner. And it's basically any time that you're grieving, you know, it's one of those things where you breathe it, you hear it in the music, you can taste it. It's What's for Dinner. Seriously, this is such a good show. Kayla Hambeck, right there, that's her, is absolutely brilliant. You'll laugh, you'll cry. It's all the things, all of the above. Even my 75-year-old neighbors came to it and said they couldn't quite get all of the pop music references, but they understood that it's something that's constantly with you when you're grieving, and you just have to keep on going. We are at Open Eye Theater, and we are there on Wednesday night at 7 o'clock, Thursday night at 5:30, and we top off Fringe at 8:30 on Sunday night.
I think everyone should go see the play Salt by Griffey LaPlante. That is playing right in here, Barbara Barter Center. Salt is a play in a similar reality about a bunch of young anti-war organizers in a world where the U.S. government reinstates the draft. And it's about these young organizers figuring out what they need to do when one of them gets drafted.
What is it? 3rd show I've seen this whole course of Fringe.
What's your favorite so far?
Ooh, you put me on the spot. I don't know.
He doesn't like anything. He's a really hard to please guy.
I hate everything, and this is a waste of time. No, just kidding. I actually just came from Book of Mordor. If you're into Lord of the Rings, that's a really good one. I'm not into Lord of the Rings, so, but it was still great. It was still great. I loved it. And I'm really excited to see Shrieking Harpies tonight. So
Hi, I just want to plug one of my favorite shows at the Minnesota Fringe, which we actually saw last month at the Green Bay Fringe. It's called The Big Secret. It's a storytelling show by Brad Lawrence, who is here from Brooklyn, and it's an amazing story. Sarah and I were blown away. We're still talking about it. It is here at the Minnesota Fringe in the Rarig Arena, and you should definitely go see it. It's amazing.
So I saw Lauren Anderson's show, Jewelry Power Elite, and it's wonderful storytelling, and she's just hilarious and tells just different stories, anecdotes from her life based on certain jewelry items. And you get to see all of the jewelry laid out, and you might even get a little souvenir too. And yeah, it was very touching and beautiful, and I highly recommend.
Withering Lows. It's a good comedy. It's surprising, and there's a ballad in it. Yep, they add a lot of comedy with their movement, and that's what I really like about that show.
There are a lot of shows that I think a lot of people have recommended or will recommend that are great. Breach is really excellent and very trying. It's a very trying watch. Melancholics Anonymous is great, and one of my favorite things about them is that they never choose what they think the audience is interested in. They just do something that they're excited about, and then the audience gets on board. The show that I just saw is a really great improv show, Cabin Fever. It's like The Bachelor or The Bachelorette, but it's very like lesbian and queer coded, and they have a really, really strong improv form. So I feel like that's a really wonderful show that, I don't know, has been getting a lot of buzz that you should go check out. It's right here in Barbara Baker Dance Center. Yeah.
So my favorite show so far has been Book of Mordor. It was ridiculous and incredibly fun and extremely well written, and being able to pull two totally different things together in a way that like actually made sense and had a great through line was amazing. And just like all the little fun moments, like it was really, really great.
Who enjoyed Songs Without Words, and also I have enjoyed An Exorcism, Don't You Know? And also, I've enjoyed the Shrieking Harpies, too. And apart from that, trying to think what else I've seen. I'm not sure yet, but definitely everything that I've seen so far has been really good.
Honest to God, this one that I'm about to see, this is my second time seeing it because I loved it so much the first time. Opera Punks is amazing.
My favorite show at the festival so far is Rec, because I just love Mike Foytis's personality and his humor and just how he choreographs the conversations. That's at Strike Theater.
Some of my favorite shows that I've seen thus far, Husk/Vessel over at the Southern is this incredible dance piece. I've heard great things about 503 and loved Joan of Arc from Miss Teen Queen USA. Also, All That Shimmering Gold, or All Your Shimmering Gold, that's what it's called. Another great one. And really excited to see so many more as the festival goes on.
Songs Without Words. It was a fantastic performance. It was written and directed and performed by the same person. She obviously did a ton of research into this brother and sister who are composers, and just floored us. Just was fabulous. We also really enjoyed Joan of Arc, the musical. That was really a fun one to go and see. A lot of energy and just really good acting.
So the favorite show I've seen so far at the 2025 Minnesota Fringe Festival is The Wiki, which is a clowning show at the Bar Barker. It is fantastic, really playful, just fun clowning all around.
I would recommend An Immigrant's Guide to America. That's also at Open Eye. And the gentleman who gets up and just talks to you, you kind of have like a little Mr. Rogers vibe. But he talks about being an immigrant from Russia, Muslim, decades ago, and coming over, and just the way he had to navigate life in America. The way he tells it, it's fascinating, it's funny, but you also go, wow, I didn't realize the cultures were so different. And I applaud him for kind of open a paradigm shift for me, like opening that up for me, because I work with a lot of children that their families are immigrants. And for me, I was like, everyone should hear the stories of immigrants to really know what it takes to make it in America. It was fascinating.
We have seen the Gentleman's Pratfall Club, just came from there. Very funny. Good physical humor. We've seen Songs Without Words, totally touching and poignant show about Fanny and Felix Mendelssohn, where the actor plays both characters. If you're going, make sure you make reservations for that one because it sells out. Ham Luke was well acted and very fun, especially if you're a Star Wars fan or a Shakespeare fan. Kendra Pratt's Variety Hour with Edo Bayashi and a singer-songwriter and ballet burlesque. Who knew?
I absolutely loved Against My Will by Michael Quadrosi, which is down the Experimental Theater. He's a first-year storyteller, and he's already making me jealous. I was like, wait, you can use clever props and photos and move around the space and make me cry? Oh, I just stand there with, a music stand.
Part of the cast of Apsara,
The musical.
the musical. It's a Khmer Cambodian musical set in ancient times. It's a love story.
Yeah, so this story has both real people, like real historical figures in it, as well as like some elements of supernatural and some elements of like we're going back in time.
A major empire in the world historically.
Yes, most people do not know much about the kingdom of Angkor Wat, and it's the Angkorian people. Like, it was really big for a time, and these days people don't know much about that part of the world in general. But this, should help to increase people's curiosity about that. And I would say that it explores themes of reincarnation, romantic feelings, and unrequited love. So
This show was produced by a local Cambodian woman named Narate Keys. This is her one and only show. And she's been trying to get this produced for the past 4 years through different waves of grants. One grant got her the music, a professional composer to make the music, and that's why it sounds so good. And we got a choreographer who made all the dance, directed us around the dancing. And so it's going to be a real treat to see a lot of Southeast Asian people, people displaced forcibly in history, especially Cambodians, and seeing them, create something that's full of fun, joy, emotions, and that's Apsara.
Hi, my name's Julia, and the show I want to recommend is called Husk Vessel, and it's by, I believe the company is Kairos Dance Theater. They are a touring company from Boston, and it's a beautiful dance piece that it also is very visceral. The dancers are moving around the stage with these pieces of fabric that sort of look like bed sheets, but I don't think they are. But these bed sheets just have this gravity to them that like affects the dancers and moves between them, and how the dancers relate to each other and operate alone is fascinating to watch over the course of the piece.
Temporary Tattoo Trio by Alleged Theater Company. So much fun. Great use of audience interaction, and my first time seeing one of their Fringe shows. It's great to see the way that their unique flavor that they kind of bring to each rendition.
Fangs and Bangs and Sangs. That was a lot of fun.
And our favorite show is Ranger Jim. It's great to see Jim Stowell back after quite a few years, and he's one of the great storytellers here in Minnesota.
A Song in the Darkness, and that was at Barbara Baker, and that was beautiful and funny and heartbreaking and inspirational, so highly recommend that.
I really enjoyed The Wiki. It's a clowning show. It's about a lighthouse keeper, and I'm not going to spoil anything.
That's also at the Barbara Barker, too.
Tim Uren's This was phenomenal. It's an amazing show. So see that. And then also Gentleman's Pratfall Club. Okay, so I haven't seen it yet. That's why Rob and I are hanging out good. But it's going to be great, so you should see that. Anything with my wife Shannon Custer in it. because the proceeds go directly to my house. So if you buy tickets to that, then I make money. Or well, she makes money, and then I get some of it. What else? Oh, you should see Sad Carousel 2. You didn't say I couldn't plug my own show. The Mysterious Old Radio Listening Society is at Crooners August 16th. Go see that. Oh, this is terrible. No. Oh, Fangs and Bangs with Nissa. Nissa Nordland's Fangs and Bangs. I can't remember the name of her theater company, but it's super good. She reads fan fiction. When she was 13 years old, she wrote very sexual fan fiction, and it's really funny.
Can I assume your wife's performing in that at some point?
We did last night. Both of us performed last night in that, but we're not anymore. So, but I'm sure the other people who do the show are just as good, if not better. And then, so go see all of that. That's all I know.
Do I really have to go? Hard pressed to find a reason to brave the cold. So warm inside your cabin, give me just another moment. Wrapped inside the blanket of your body, the blanket of your body. Time to hit the open road. Loving arms await me, their domain knows me alone. Never a single question, 35 years full of holiday cheer, and still no invitation for my +1.
Hey, theater lovers. Rob Dunkelberger here, the Stages of Minnesota. Before we wrap up, there are just a few things I wanted to say. First, we heard that the Tuesday evening performance of Jack Donkey Productions' 503, written and starring Jeffrey Nolan, was canceled due to an illness. We hope that Jeffrey recovers soon. I'm scheduled to see it Friday, and I hope that happens. It has been one of my most anticipated shows. I have no idea why I didn't schedule myself to see it on opening night. That was stupid, and if Jeffrey doesn't recover in time, I'm going to be kicking myself. My colleague, Jill Schaefer over at Sharon Spoon, saw it and raved about it. So if that's a show you want to see, and from the buzz I'm hearing, everyone should want to see it, you might want to consider making reservations. Even if the show goes on tonight, which I haven't heard yet, there's going to be more demand because they're already down a show, a performance. So hopefully, Jeffrey, we're hoping for your speedy recovery. Secondly, I want to say a word about accessibility and particularly the captioning. Regular viewers know that normally along the bottom here, we've got captioning. There are not enough minutes left in my day, let alone the hours it would take to put the captioning on. There's a decision. Do I put out episodes without captions, or do I not put out episodes? So while this is not the ideal, and I deeply apologize to those who rely on that captioning, I will do what I can before the next Minnesota Fringe Festival to figure out a workaround for that, so that we can have the captioning there, because I understand it's important. It's why from the first episode we've had them, and unfortunately it was just a reality of the situation. Apologies, and know that they'll be back on August 20th. Lastly, up until today, which is Wednesday, day 7 of the Fringe Festival, I have seen a show in every time slot. That changes tonight. Tonight I cannot be at the Minnesota Fringe Festival. I won't say that there are things more important than theater, but there are things as important as theater. And one of them is Minnesota United, our Major League Soccer team. The other one is, what is it? Oh my God, what is it? Oh, family, yes. Family, very important, very important. But anyway, Tonight I'll be there cheering them on in the final game of Phase 1 of the League's Cup, but I'm not thankfully having to give up theater altogether tonight, as the Mexican and United States national anthems will be performed by Rodolfo Nito. So I'm looking forward to that, and glad that my theater heart is going to be filled a little bit too. Finally, I just want to remind you that you can read reviews of all the shows I see at the Minnesota Fringe Festival at www.thestagesofmn.com. That's my blog site. Finally, I've been handing out lots of buttons and lots of fans, but I still have a bunch. So if you see me, don't be shy, say hi. Come up, let's get a photo, let's put you in that montage. Let's get a video of you telling us the best shows you've seen so far at the festival. Or if you're an artist, let's get a video of you telling about your show. One last chance to kind of hopefully get your show in front of some people and get some more butts in those seats, right? Yeah, come up, grab me, let's get a picture, let's get a video, let's give you a button, let's give you a fan. Along with that, a couple of fringing tips. If you're going to be seeing a show in Mixed Blood or in Theater in the Round, you're going to want a fan. The last 2 times I was in those venues during Fringe, I needed my fan, and I gave out every fan I had in my bag. I'll try and restock that tonight. But if you see me and if you're going to one of those venues, even if you don't need it right now, say, hey, do you have any of those fans? If I got them, I'll hand them out. I'd love to give them out. Nothing like looking across the audience and seeing your fans waving and keeping people cool. And the other thing is, if you're going to strike theater, you're probably going to want to wear a parka or a snowmobile suit. Most patrons were freezing at the performances I was at. I was comfortable, but that's me. I run very hot, so happy fringing. I can't wait to see you out there.
'Cause it's all over but the shouting. Every soul needs light, but mine's been wasting away in the afternoon shade, out of sight. And I am not the pure and perfect one, but my branches are still bent toward the sun.